is your hero? Is it a policeman? Is it a fireman? Is it, well, really, who is it? Join us on the Be Bold website, thebeboldshow.com, and tell us who is your hero. But up next, I do have a day in the life of a fireman. Let's find out what a fireman goes through every single day when he steps to work. Ooh-wee.
Today we are at the National Fire Service and
the heroes of the world. That's what I've termed them. Yes, definitely.
And we're here to just understand what it means to become a fireman, because for all the youth out there that would want to do something in life, maybe being a fireman is an option.
Yes, and experience what they go through every single day, leaving their families to go fight fires, to save lives. I mean, it's a very heroic thing to do. Yes. So is being a fireman a career choice for you? Let's take a look at all that.
My name is Leading Fireman Michael Walter Okai, and I'm with the Safety Department of the Ghana National Fire Service headquarters.
And why did you decide to do this profession?
Well, all my life I have wanted to help humanity, and I realized when the chance came for me to join the fire service, I realized what they do as an institution. They offer humanitarian services. So I took no chance but to grab it and then make sure this world becomes a better place for us to live in.
So when you were little, you already knew that this is what you wanted to do?
Not necessarily, but growing up, I realized the need to help someone, especially the little help that one can do to sustain life.
And what does one have to study to become a fireman?
I would say you would have to be at least a second cycle institution graduate. Yes, I joined the institution after the secondary school. But at the training school, I realized most of the subjects that we did were science-related subjects. Just to mention a few, we had physics of combustion, chemistry of combustion, electricity, hydraulics, and so on and so forth. So, well, if one has the science background, it will be an additional or a plus to an individual to join the fire service. Otherwise, we also need people who can do clerical duties and other things.
But what are also some of the challenges that you've really faced in your being a fireman?
Well, challenges, there are numerous ones. I believe before we even started this program, you were talking about things like people calling the fire institutions and we getting there late. Yeah, a number of things can be talked about. One that I would like to start with is water supply. When you look at water supply in our country, is in the shortage, and every tender that en route to fire needs to have water in it. A fire tender gets to a fire scene, fights the fire, and within 3-5 minutes, when you look at the capacity of our tanks that we have ranging from 4,000 or 3,500 to 8,100 liters of water. And at a particular pressure, when engaged, could gush out or could be discharged within 3 to 5 minutes time. We also have other challenges like high-rise buildings that are being constructed now. The turntable ladders that we have are only 35 meters. So if you have high-rise buildings to the height of about 50 meters, when you shoot them, how do you effect rescue at that level? Challenges that we face, people who call to the fire service, they normally don't give vivid descriptions to their area. So anytime we receive calls and we have to leave the premises, you get to a particular area and then you start asking as to where exactly the fire is.
Can you describe to us, Walter, what are we seeing here? What are some of these machines that we're seeing here?
Well, these are some of the machines that the fire service uses in fighting fire. What we have here are what we call the delivery hoses. You understand, when you get to a fire scene, you have to connect these delivery hoses to the tank. There is a tank at the back of the...
You have an inbuilt tank.
Exactly, which has the collection of water in it. So you connect it to it, and then these are what we call the branches. It depends on how you want to use it. We have different types of the branches here. You connect it to the delivery hose, and then water is water runs through the delivery hose, and then we use the branch to fight the fire.
I'm seeing an axe over there and some of these sort of knives. Can you just show me what those are as well?
Yes, they are breaking in tools and then cut out tools. When we get to a premises, there are times the premises may be locked up or something. So you have some of these fireman axes to break it, or the insulators to cut. If there are electrical wires, then you have some of the insulators to cut them so that firefighting can be done. Firefighting is the last thing that we do as an organization. So yes, we need to effect rescue. If people are trapped in the building, we have to effect rescue. If not, or when everything is done, then we can now start fighting fire.
So what happens to a fireman like yourself after you've gone through so many years of fighting fires?
Well, actually, as you see, the fire service of today is different from the fire service of yesterday. Where those days, we look at the fireman to be the poorest in all other organizations. Today, it is not like that. We are at par with all other security services. We call ourselves regimental organizations. For now, we will be level with the military, the police. So you look at your future, that one day you will retire, then you begin to pass through the process of training as to how to plan your future. So today, the fireman is under the Cap 30. The Cap 30 is a situation where you retire, you have a bulk money that you could be able to use to establish yourself. For now, we'll be able to bring people, experts in, to educate us as to how to manage this money and to prepare the future throughout until you die. So for now, it is not a situation of those days that a fireman retires and becomes like a liability and even to be begging. We are going to stand on our feet because those ahead of us have been able to do it and will follow suit. There is an acronym that we use PASS. P-A-S-S. P-A-S-S. P is to pull the pin. This is the pin. You pull the pin. The A is to aim at the seat of the fire. You don't fight the flame of the fire. You flame the seat. Bottom. Yes, the seat or the root of the fire. That's the A. The first S is
A
to
is what? The
aim at the, yes.
P,
A,
right,
yes.
pin.
P is to pull the pin. A is to
pin,
aim at the fire.
S.
And the first S is to squeeze the trigger. The top one is the trigger. When I squeeze it, the powder will come. So you squeeze it. Then the last S is to sweep. You sweep left and right. Left and right. So it's pass. P-A-S-S. Pull the pin, aim at the seat of the fire, squeeze the trigger, and then sweep. Yes.
The challenge for you today is we are going to set a fire for you to put it out. I believe you remember the word pass.
Pin,
pull the safety pin,
squeeze, and
then sweep. Yes,
okay.
exactly.
We can do it.
Well, you used the CO2, but you were not fighting the object. You were not fighting the seat of the fire. You were only fighting the flames, which is wrong. You understand? That was why there was re-ignition.
But I felt like it was empty.
No, it was not empty. The content was intact. But then you were fighting the flames. So they go down and then there was re-ignition.
right, a day in the life of a fireman.
We made a challenge.
High five, Sarah. High five. Of course, when there's a fire, you have to be able to know how to turn it off.
So the most important thing that we have learned that firefighters do is fire prevention. Not firefighting, but fire prevention.
Yeah. So if you're looking for an opportunity, a job, what to do, today you've learned what a fireman is, a hero. So that's something that you can do for your career.
Yeah.
Right? But I wouldn't. I'm not strong enough.
I think I could do this.
You could do it?
Yeah, man.
No.
You work with a team, you're working hard, you're helping people, you're saving people's lives. I like it.
It's inspirational. It is definitely inspirational, but I need to be stronger. So start working out. Be bold.
Be bold and come and be a firefighter.
Safety! Fire! Safety! The Ghana National Fire Service says, be bold!
These people are risking their lives every single day, and it is not easy at all.
Do you know I can't do a job that I risk my life on?
I don't think so either. I
A
don't
fireman?
think this is a job I could do.
I'd be like, fire, bye.
So you leave the people to burn in the house?
No, that's why I would just never do it. I can't.
Well, tell
I
us
can't.
what you guys think about if you could be a fireman after watching this. Join us on www.thebeboldshow.com and let us know how you feel about it.
That's all we have for you this episode. It's been wonderful having you. I hope you've enjoyed the interviews as much as we have, and I hope you've been visiting our website and our YouTube also. Now for our sponsors, Christy Brown, for this beautiful outfit that Sterre and I are wearing, that we will be wearing more of her designs throughout the season. We'd like to also thank Capture Your Memory Bank for all the pictures he's been taking, Dimensions Media for all the production and video work that you're seeing on here, Accents and Art, YOMX, Lifestyle Gallery, Headlines for doing our hair, Rochelle Thompson for being our hairstylist also for the show. Thank you so much, and do join us again next week. Remember to be bold!